What's going on, guys? Will from Royal Canadian Reptiles here. Last week on our Instagram page, we did a question and answer session, and I was asked the question, what do you enjoy most about the ball pythons? About just the business in general, the hobby, the community. I thought it was a really good question, and I think there's a lot more to it than a simple answer. So I thought I would do a video on it. So this week, we're going to take a look at the 5 things that I like the most about the ball python business. And stick around to the very end. We're going to show you a couple snakes we've hatched this year that we think are pretty special. So let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? This week I wanted to talk to you about the 5 things that we really enjoy about the ball python world, the ball python business, the ball python, this little hobby that we all have. One of the things that I think a lot of people forget is why they started, and I really always like coming back to why we started in the first place and the reason that why our collection has grown to the size that it is. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that. Lots of you guys probably started off with 1 or 2 snakes, and next thing you know, you've got a rack, and it escalates really quickly. So I wanted to go back and take a look at the 5 reasons that the 5 reasons that get me every single year, the things that keep me going, and we'll just go into that. So let's start off with number 5. Okay, number 5, the money. Now, this is going to be a touchy subject for some people. I know I hear the term, oh, you guys just do it for the money. And I think that's crazy. I honestly think anyone who thinks that is nuts, because there's lots of other ways to make money than there is to breed ball pythons. And the other thing that I really don't agree with is the fact that why can't you make money doing something that you enjoy doing? Isn't that like the ultimate dream? The way I look at it is, you see like NHL players or MLB players, they started off as kids loving the game of hockey or loving the game of baseball, and just so happens they're extremely talented, and now they're being paid to do what they love doing. So I don't see, making money at this as a bad thing. Actually, I think it's a great thing. The fact that you can have this as a full-time job and support your family and make a very comfortable income based on breeding reptiles and breeding snakes. I mean, I think that's super cool. So that's number 5 for us, is obviously the money. So number 4 is the education. I have people come over here once in a while, and people that are terrified of snakes. They absolutely just can't stand them. Oh my God, that's so gross. How could you have those? Blah, 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 blah. Then they come in here and they start to slide open bins. And I see them standing at the door, and they go, oh, that one's cool. Oh, that one's cool. And within 10, 15 minutes, they're standing right over top of them looking at them. And I think just with the patterns and the different variety of colors and patterns, especially in ball pythons, it's very easy to turn somebody from thinking, oh, they're all gross and slimy, to, wow, that one's really beautiful, or wow, that color on that's really cool. Quick little story, I've got a buddy at work, and not a snake guy whatsoever. And I explained to him what I do, and he sort of thought at first, like, whoa, that's really weird, like, you breed snakes in your basement, what the heck? But over the last few months, I've been showing, he's shown a little bit of interest in it, and he's been asking me, showing pictures, stuff that's hatched and all that sort of thing, and he asks more and more questions every day, and it's gotten to the point where a few times a week, he'll either tag me in a Facebook post, or he'll send me an email on the computer. And the one day he sent me an email on the computer of a morph market ad, and he said, this one's really cool. You should try and make this. And just the fact that he is looking at snakes without me being there means that we're winning. It's gaining traction. It's going somewhere. I think there's more and more people getting into the breeding aspect and the collection aspect all the time. I think it's really cool that all of a sudden, someone who before would have no intention of looking at snakes, see a snake on a computer, close the screen. I don't want to see it. And now this person is actually looking at them online and sending them to his friends saying, hey, look at this. Like, this is really cool. So that's number 4. It would be the education aspect of it. Okay, so number 3 is going to be the community. There is the good and the bad here. Just like every business, just like every, hobby, anything, you're going to have people that put you down and you're going to have people that lift you up. I think when you go online, especially in the ball python world, there's a lot of negativity. I think there's a lot of people that are, for lack of a better term, they're just haters. People who put you down, but don't let that get to you. If you can sift through all that noise, that negative noise online, there is an amazing community of people out there that are really cool. We all have similar interests. We all come from totally different, upbringings. I think most of us obviously have had the passion for reptiles from a young age. But I always like seeing, not necessarily ball python keepers. I see guys that are like super enthusiastic gecko keepers. And I find that part really, really cool. We all have something in common. We can easily, a group of people who have never met before can all meet up at a show and go for a drink or go for dinner and talk for hours about something that no one else that I know would really could hold a conversation doing. And so I think that's really cool. The community, the reptile community is really supportive community. You just got to sift through that negativity online. Don't let it bug you. So that was number 3. Number 2 obviously has to be the animals. The animals themselves. That's what we started loving. I saw a snake in a pet store and I just thought it was amazing, and I picked it up and handled it, and then I went home and found more stuff about ball pythons, and and next thing you know, you have a room full of them. Reptiles in general, I think that's how everybody got into this, is they think that they're really cool and they're fascinating, and all the colors and the different patterns and the mutations and everything, it's just amazing. So that's got to be number 2, is the actual animals themselves. I think they're an awesome animal. They make great pets, and they're not aggressive, and I just think that the fascination aspect behind it, and that doesn't have to be for ball pythons. I'm fascinated with monitors. I absolutely love them. I can't get enough of them. I'm always researching them, but I know I don't have the time or the space to properly care for one. You never know. Maybe in the future we'd consider something like that. But for the time being, I'm okay just looking at pictures. I know if I'm gonna get something and I'm gonna do it, I want to do it properly, and I want to make sure that I have the proper enclosure for an animal of that size. So that's number 2, is the animals. Is being creative. Working a desk job, I don't have the opportunity to really be creative. It's not something that is really common in the corporate environment. So I find that the ball pythons is a little bit of a way to, oh wow, if I take this snake and breed them together, and I can make this snake, and then I can take that and go into something else and it makes this. And I find that part fascinating. What really, really gets me excited is when I see someone else go off on a totally different path and create an amazing animal. That is, I just love that. So, for example, I'm going to give a shout out to Phil Robinson, Robinson's Royal Pythons. Go check him out. A few years ago, he produced a Cypress Lavender albino. And I was blown away. That snake is just absolutely amazing, guys. Cypress Lab project's going to be huge. That snake just blew me away, and I had never even thought of that combination. Didn't even cross my mind. Cypress Lab. I was like, what? And then when I saw it, I was like, holy smokes. So that's what I mean about the creative aspect. You can go, you never know how the genes are going to interact. You can take an educated guess, but you never know for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the 5 things that I really enjoy about the ball python business. So yeah, I hope you guys leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys like. You know, there's so many different things that everybody from all walks of life come from, and you know, let's see what everybody else enjoys about the business. Let's try and create more of a positive culture behind the ball pythons and the reptiles in general. We're already kind of viewed in a bit of a strange light by the rest of the public. So let's show people what it's all about, man. You know, like open up a bin, show somebody a really cool animal, and they might start off being, you know, that's creepy or that's gross, but over time they continue. If you continuously show them and educate them, that's what's really going to grow this industry. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stick around. We're going to take a look at 3 or 4 animals that we hatched this season that we think are pretty special. They've gone through a few sheds now, and they're really starting to color up. So why don't we take a look at that now? But first, do not forget, please subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, like it, and we're going to try and keep giving you guys more and more content. So now let's check out some snakes. Alright guys, just wanted to take a look at a couple animals here and show you the difference between them. Now these all have the exact same father. The father was a firefly yellow belly leopard clown, and I want to show you the difference between these. So here we have a pastel leopard. This is actually a female pastel leopard double het desert ghost clown, but I just want to show you the difference, especially as we get to the this animal over here, to show you really what the stuff that can be done. And I'm having a really fun time with this yellow belly leopard stuff. So this is just a pastel leopard, double het desert ghost clown. That's crazy still. Here we move on to the firefly leopard. And you can see the head's a little bit more blushed out. The yellows just pop just that much more. So this is a sibling to the pastel leopard that was just shown. So this is a firefly leopard female, double het desert ghost clown. Gorgeous animal. And then we move on to this. Now this is from a different pairing. This girl is from the firefly yellow belly leopard clown male to a pastel special female. And this clutch was totally unexpected. The results that came out of this, I've shown a few pictures of them, but this is what I'm 90% sure is a firefly. It's definitely firefly, it's definitely leopard, and it's definitely special. And I'm pretty sure it's a firefly yellow belly leopard special het clown female. And the reason for that, I'm pretty sure what the special's doing is adding the special and the yellow belly together, are adding these white flames. And this snake is just incredible. I can't get enough of this girl. She is definitely sticking around. Just incredible. Really neat. Firefly, yellow belly, leopard, special, 100% het clown female. Okay, let's take a look at some other stuff. So here we have a bumblebee, 100% het puzzle. Everyone's seen this before. The het puzzle's not really doing anything to it. It's just what a standard bumblebee looks like. And the reason I'm showing you guys this is because I really want to showcase what the desert ghost gene can do. Now I showed this off a little bit in my other video, but these guys have a little bit more size on them now, and this is when the desert ghost really starts to come through. So I'm going to bring a desert ghost bumblebee into the frame, and you guys can judge for yourself, see if it's doing anything. So there's a bumblebee, and this is a Desert Ghost bumblebee. 400 times brighter, 400 times cleaner. Just amazing. Like, I love the Desert Ghost stuff. I mean, look how bright that's staying. It hasn't shown, it's actually getting brighter and brighter every single shed. So, really, really happy with these guys. Love the way that they're turning out. Yeah, I think the Desert Ghost is a huge project, and I think it's gonna be really game changing, especially mixed into a whole bunch of other recessives. So, all right, let's take a look at something else. You guys know I couldn't leave this guy out. This is the Desert Ghost Clown. Absolutely love this animal. It's just so incredibly crisp. It started off very orange, and as it's growing, it's getting a bit more yellowy. It's got a yellow tinge coming into it. But just the cleanest animal that I own. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really happy to have hatched this guy. He's had a couple sheds now. He will not be in the breeding program this season. He's just too small. I am not rushing a male just to get him into the program. Slow and steady always wins the race. I expect he'll be breeding the 2020 season, 2019, the winter of 2019 and the spring of 2020. But just absolutely incredible. The Desert Ghost Clown. Look at the head on him. Just fantastic. Such a clean animal. Huge, huge future for this project. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one.